Hey folks, Steve Vai here, yada yada yada. One of the questions I get asked quite frequently from aspiring musicians is, how much music theory do I need to know? Is it really important to understand music theory? And my answer is usually no, it's not so important, because you don't have to know music theory to be an effective musician. Your ability to be effective is based on how deep you can go in your creative ideas, your imagination, and how much courage you have in expressing them with no excuses. But having said that, I think it's probably a very good idea to at least know the basics of music theory. So I wrote a book. It's called VAIDEOLOGY, Basic Music Theory for Guitar Players. And it's something that I always wanted to do because I love music theory. Music is a great language to be able to read and write, and it's really not that complex. And this book outlines the basics and even advanced studies on the basics that are valuable to understand. Because when you're literate at music, even just the terminologies, it's very helpful in your ability to communicate with other musicians, your ability to find and extrapolate on creative ideas. It's laid out in two different dimensions, so to speak. There's the academic understanding, which is just the intellectual side of embracing music theory. And then there's the experiential side, which is actually absorbing it internally and using it. And I give certain exercises that you can use to absorb that dimension of musicality. I laid it out very easily. It starts from like ground zero, from knowing nothing, not even the names of the notes on the neck. Each topic has beginner and advanced information in it. Some of the topics that are reviewed are obviously the notes on the neck, sharps, flats, and harmonics. All of the basic scales and their modes, synthetic and exotic scales and their modes, intervals, quarter tones, microtones, key signatures, the circle of fifths, relative major and minor keys and scales. There's a section that has a comprehensive review of chords that shows chord chemistry, how to build chords, chord spellings and voicings, chord scales, inversions and substitutions, poly, hybrid, and upper structure chords. There's a section on reading rhythmic notation, total review of time signatures, duple, triple, quadruple, simple, and compound meter, odd and complex time signatures, composite and polymeters, note values, polyrhythms, and tuplet terminology. And there's a comprehensive section on guitar tablature. And for those interested in composing music, it explores all the various clefs, transposing instruments, the various staffs, all the notes, and notational directions, including articulations and dynamics. It's very heavy on ear training and identifying intervals, scales, and chords just by ear. It even has some of my artwork through the pages. So if you're interested in having a good vocabulary in music, and if you want to compose even, write music, understand what the little black dots mean, and extrapolate on them to infinity, this book, I believe, is maybe not all you need, but it's better than a good start, and will be very helpful, I believe. So check it out. You can pick it up anywhere. Just look on the internet. I'm sure you'll find it. But it was a lifelong dream of mine to be able to make this book, and I'm so thrilled with it. I'm so happy with the way it turned out. The good people at Hal Leonard really did a great job in manufacturing it. So, VAIDEOLOGY, check it out.